Namaste. My name is Yuvi, or full name Yuval. I was born in Israel and I lived 30 years in California, in Los Angeles. And my age is 65. And I was diagnosed 6 months ago with a bladder tumor, cancer. And because of the reason that I grew up in a holistic house and I was familiar 12 years with Shivambu, I did it with my wife on and off. I didn't take the doctor advice seriously. Even he suggested me to remove my bladder. I went home and I knew what I have to do, and I started the Shivambu fast that took 12 days, drinking only Shivambu and water. I had a massage done on me every day, and during this time, my Shivambu got clearer. In one point, some tissue started to come out day after day, and I assumed the tissue came out. I assumed that the mass or the tumor is out, and I stopped the fasting after 12 days. A few days later, my bleeding started again with the Shivambu, and I had some uncomfortable sensation, and I knew that my challenge is bigger than what I thought, and I understood that I have to do a long-term fasting. So I was searching the internet, specifically in India, and found a website, urinecure.org, and I saw that they have some kind of facility. I read all the information, but really didn't know enough detail. I spoke with them on the phone and wanted to come right away, but the weather was not suitable because of the rainy season, and I had to wait 6 months, and I came here on October 31st, 2017. First, I want to say the place is adorable, beautiful, surrounding with mountains and hills, and we are overview a small valley, all green with the sugar cane and rice fields and a small village, quiet and just a nice place to do what I have to do. So from the moment I came, right away I was starting my fasting. My fasting took 22 days. During this fasting, I was drinking water and Shivambu. That's it. No stories. Not 1 cup, not 2 cups, not 3 cups. I drank everything that passed out. I did take a little break at 8 o'clock, maybe until 2 o'clock in the morning, so I can sleep a little better. Even though I got up, I empty Shivambu but didn't drink, and start to drink again about 2 o'clock in the morning. And during this time, uh, I had ups and downs, and not in the mood. My mood was great the whole time, but Shivambu got clearer and got darker. In one point, I saw a lot of stuff down in my cup. So Dr. Yogish gave me like a cheesecloth, and I started to filter my Shivambu, and I read it bloody as it was with no stories. And the 19th day was the hardest for me because it was already clear and it started bleeding pretty hard. And my spirit went down a little bit for a couple of hours. And then I had to put myself together to remember that I trust 100% Shivambu, the process, and I trust my body to do the rest of the job. And I knew, I felt it's like a battle or a war between my body and the tumor. So in the night of the 22nd day fasting, just to mention that during these 20 days, I had a sun bath, mud bath, hot and cold bath, and massages and everything possible, relaxation classes, yoga, breathing meditation, everything to help, a lot of positive thinking. I talk to myself a lot and even pray. I'm not a religious person, but I told the tumor, I'm going to break you down and you will go out pieces. So in the night of the second day of fasting, big stuff start to pass out. It was a little dark and I was a little sleepy, so I was just collecting it in a cup. And the morning I saw it's looked like big pieces of tissue, very red. And I have, by the way, picture for everything is available in Anandkunj. This is the place that I came. This is the most important thing that I didn't say. I came to Anandkunj. So the photos we say in United States speak. It's a proof better than thousand words, and have the pictures to show it. So from this moment, it took 3 nights and 3 days. I like to say it's a surgery. They took 80 hours, no pain, no bleeding, no catheter, no medicine. And also, the doctor told me after the surgery, 50% of the time it will come back, so he didn't have to burn anything. And he also told me sometime he might make a hole in my bladder, and then they need emergency surgery. So it took 80 hours, slowly, slowly it came out. The last one was in the third night, in midnight. I tried to give Shivambu, only a little bit came in a time and it was relaxed. I understood that it's something very big inside that have a hard time to pass out. It took 12 hours until next day at noon. I was talking with somebody outside, holding myself, and then ran to the washroom. And with the pressure that was created and a little bit my health, I was really in shock what came out. It looked like simple. Like when you clean the meat, it looked like a pieces of meat, maybe 1 centimeter long, 5, 6 millimeter wide. I estimate it was maybe around 30 grams or more. I'm not so sure, but it's big, and the picture is here. So from this moment, in the next few days, only very small particles came out. I break the fast. I started to eat again slowly, slowly. And I'm here the last day, 5 days after. And I want to talk with you about a couple of things. For me, maybe it was easy because I grew up in a holistic way. I never took seriously the doctor, with all the respect and all the study and all the machinery and all the equipment and the famous and the fancy medication and all these big buildings. For me, he's a technician. So I knew Shivambu, and I got a little bit obsessed with this. I read a lot, especially the book Water of Life. I probably read close to 10 times. And every time I read it, I discover new things that I didn't see before and reference about articles and research and books in his time. And if you believe it or not, I found books that he mentioned in his book that was written in about 1920. I don't remember the name, but I have it on a PDF file. It was available on the internet. So for me, the process was easy. So I want to give advice to everybody that come to Anandkunj or make a decision to do Shivambu treatment. You have to drink water and Shivambu as much as possible. Don't have to stop your nose or think about it too much. The problem is not the smell and not the taste. The problem is here. If you understand what is it, It's easy. It's a live organic material. It's part of our blood. And this is special medicine that created only for us. And and I see here in Anandkunj a lot of people. It's like a train station. People coming for a 10 days session. So all the time you see people coming and going, and I stay here almost a month. And some of them we're lucky to think about it before the doctor made all the experiment and told them that there is no hope after he cut part of their body and poisoned their body with the chemotherapy. So they're coming before. Some, very few, coming before even they have an issue just to clear themselves. But many people coming here as a last resort because this is the only thing that left for them. And even though I see that after 5 6 days they look better, they feel better, they walk better, and they look happier. So even if Shivambu maybe cannot save you, but at least it can give you a better quality of life after you do it. Uh, One more issue, very important, the reason that you got sick with the disease. I'm not a magician and not a mind reader. And even though I was growing in a holistic house and ate much better than other people, the reason that most of us have problems is most of it is food. It can be air, it can be X-ray, it can be the soap and shampoo, it can be the pollution, it's all kinds. It can be, who knows? Nobody knows. But big reason is the food. And I was actually, this is first time I came to India. It's a majority of vegetarian, and I was in shock to see so many people that they are overweight. And I think also that Indian people are fooling themselves. They think they eat healthy because it's vegetarian, but they don't eat raw food. They eat everything cooked. They eat a lot of rice. They doesn't chew the food. They think the stomach have a cement machine. It doesn't. The rice and the bread only digest in the mouth by the saliva. So if you come here to Anandkunj and you heal yourself and you go home, you have two options. Change your diet and you can live longer. Don't change your diet. In 6 months, either you'll be healed or your family will mourn on your body. And don't like to say the word hope, but as I don't have control about 7.5 billion people ideas, but I wish more people, the majority, will change their mind and don't think that because they are the majority, the vast majority, we are like a little sand. The people that do Shivambu, they will just change their mind and try it and don't have this silly stigma about Shivambu, and this will be better for them. They will save a lot of money, and maybe they will break the monopoly that the allopathic medicine have. And allopathic medicine, they were not designed and they're not studied to heal anything. They only know to look for symptoms. Then by the symptoms, they're looking for a name for whatever they think you have. And the name, I notice, give many people the notion that they have something important. Many times people they tell me I have very rare disease. Who cares what you have? And who care about the stories? And who care about the file with whatever the doctor put there or the x-ray? You come and you drink Shivambu and water. This is it. It's good for everything. And if you read the Water of Life, he's saying there, after people healed, they went back to the hospital. The doctor checked again and he said it might be a mistake before in diagnosis. It's impossible. So impossible, the proof is in the pudding. Come here and see for yourself. Namaste.